It's been a while since my last video, so I thought you might be interested in seeing some of the things I've been working on. I do have a new clock, but mostly what I've been working on in the past year or so is documenting some of the things I've learned while I've been designing clocks. This is an ebook that's available on MyMiniFactory. The link is in the description down below. It describes a lot of the things that I've learned while designing 3D printed clocks. It goes through all of the sections, starting with the pendulum and escapement, and then it describes the gear trains used in a clock and how I go about doing some of the calculations. It covers optimizations for 3D printed gears, starting with the involute style gears and my favorites, which are now the cycloidal type gears. I call these perfect print gears. I believe these are a lot more efficient for a 3D printed clock. A lot of the concepts described in the book also show up in my latest clock called the compact clock. This is my smallest and easiest to build clock, even easier than my easy build series shown over here. All of the gears on this clock are stacked on just 3 arbors. So this clock has the smallest number of non-3D printed parts. And a side effect of that is the side profile shows every single gear in the clock. And even an exploded view of the clock can show every component in the clock. The pendulum is off to the side, but the body of the clock is all shown on one page. There's a few new concepts that were needed to design a clock this compact. And specifically, if you stack multiple gears onto a single arbor, and especially the escapement on the same arbor as other gears, if there's any side pressure against the escapement, that escapement has so little torque that it's going to stop. So there's 3D printed shaft collars that isolate each of the gears from each other. A few other enhancements on this clock is a new friction clutch that's more compact. It just uses some music wire, and here's an example. The music wire just compresses against the arbor, makes a very smooth friction clutch. So that allows changing the time without affecting the running of the clock. This clock also needed a more compact ratchet that combines the ratchet and the winding drum onto a single arbor, and the thickness is very compact, but it's also a very smooth ratchet and easier to assemble. The clicks just drop into place. There's a little pocket. The spring pushes the click down so the click doesn't fall out. It's a very smooth ratchet and always returns to the stable and locked position. There's a few other minor enhancements on this clock. For example, the hands attach using M3 screws that just thread into the printed part. And so the hands always fit. There's no extra machining of a flat on the shaft. So it's just a simpler, easier to build clock. That's a quick summary of some of the things I've been working on. Like and subscribe if you want to see more updates in the future. Thanks for watching.